Football Friday Night Extra, sponsored by Johnny's Pizza House, Williams Orthodontics, Guerrero and Guerrero the Injury Attorneys, Mer Rouge Tire, North Monroe Baptist Church, Bayou Kubota, and Pinnacle Family Health.
Well, yes, it was week 10 of the high school football season, a rainy week 10, but a big week of football. District titles on the line. We had some rivalry games, and we had a piece of history tonight. But week 10 last week for us here on Football Friday Night Extra. What a blast week 10 was.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a blast and also wet. Like, hey.
A slippery mess.
It was definitely raining out there. It was a fun week. Finally made it to the end of the regular season. I don't know, it feels like 40 years now.
It did.
We finally made it.
Well, I'll tell you what, big games on docket as mentioned, so let's jump right into it. We start you with maybe the biggest game of the night as far as implications. Neville Ash for the district title, the 5A district title. Early in this one, it was Ash getting to work first. Von Darvin going to take the ball right here, pick up a first down. Then it's Carson Sellers going to the air. He's going to find Jimmy Duncan down the field. He makes the grab and races in for the score, and Ash takes an early 7-0 lead at that point in the game. Now Neville, they're forced to punt, and check this out here. It's Darius Washington, who also had a big night at receiver, but this play right here, he's the return man. And check him out getting down to the sideline. He takes this thing deep into Tiger territory, and that's going to set things up for the LSU commit, JT Lindsay, who bulldozes his way in for the score. Ash out to an early 14-0 lead. Neville forced to punt once again. Trojans looking to extend that lead. Check out Cam Riley here on the defensive side for the Tigers. A big hit. Ash trying to go with the screen. Riley right there to blow this thing up. Big time hit from him right there. Then that Tiger offense is going to try to go to work. It's Parker Robinson going through the air to Trendon Dumas, and just look at the grab here, the full extension, diving out. He was down at about the 1 or 2 yard line right here. Didn't matter. They handed off to their guy, Jalen Nichols. He punches it in. The Tigers are on the board. 14-7 ball game at that point. Now the Trojans, they were quick to answer back in this game, and they were on this type of energy all night long. They go right here. Sellers finds a man, the big man down the field right here. He gets a big gain, picks up a first down yardage. That sets things up right here for Washington on the screenplay, and this youngster, he's got some wheels on him. Check him out, just race into the end zone, making defenders miss. Ash takes a 21-7 lead to extend their lead right there. Tigers will try to answer back in the first half. Parker Robinson intercepted. In the second half, it was all Ash in this one. They pull away and they get the 42-16 win to bring home that district title.
All right, continuing in the SEC of the high school football district, the Ruston Bearcats made the bus stop over to Don Shaw's Field at Rebel Stadium, taking on West Monroe. Jordan Hayes gets the handoff, gets loose, and shows off the speed downfield for a huge gain and a big first down before being pushed out of bounds. That would set up his backfield buddy, Dylon Brooks, breaks free up the middle. Once this thing really gets going, those feet are not stopping. It's hard to bring that big bruiser down. He goes all the way in for a Bearcat touchdown. Josh Brantley this time flings it to his favorite deep ball target, Jordan Parker. He leaves a trail of Rebels behind him. Deuce Parker goes in untouched to pay dirt, keep the Bearcats rolling. And then Ryder DeJean would want to sling this rock now. It gets wet out there. Ball came out wobbly, and it's picked off by the Bearcat defense. Makes a dash for it before being brought down on the in Rebel territory. That Thunder and Lightning duo going to work again. Thunder, Dylon Brooks once again making a meal out of this Rebel defense up the middle, one corner. This time they catch him inside the red zone. But it wasn't Lightning this time. It was followed by the big red dog, Josh Brantley, barking his way into the end zone, stretching that Ruston lead, 22-0. Now it was Lightning's turn. Jordan, the Jet Hayes, would not be denied. Stamp of approval from the ref. It is a touchdown. Bearcats looking unstoppable. Prepare for liftoff once again. It's Jet. Jordan Jet Hayes flies past a few clouds, knocked off a bird off his windshield, and got right into the end zone. Ruston cruises to the playoffs with a 36-0 shutout over West Monroe and secures that first round bye in the playoffs.
Man, watching Lightning, I wanted to say so many times, ka-chow, getting down on the field right there. All right, West Ouachita looking for some history, looking to finish off the regular season 9-1 for the first time in school history. I'll tell you what, Caden Miller gets the Chiefs off to a great start. He takes it up the middle, in for the 22-yard rushing touchdown. The extra point attempt would be good. And just like that, the Chiefs are off to a great start. And then they go to C.J. Barr right here on the pitch. He gets to the outside from 8 yards out. He finds the end zone right there. And yes, the Chiefs are rolling in this one. And I'll tell you what, they're not done just yet. QB1 going to look to get into the mix right here. Sam Ozark from 1 yard out keeps it himself on the option. That's how you run the triple option right there. He finds his way into the end zone. Chiefs make some history tonight with a 44-8 win over the Grant Cougars. Ayanna, how about those Walsman Wildcats?
It was a matchup for sure. Top of the third quarter, Wasman's up. Terrence Long drops back and has to readjust across his chest. Pass is complete to Jonah Greeley, but Greeley forgets what he's doing and fumbles the ball. Long developing play here, but Peabody will get the ball back in great field position. Wasman was not too happy about that. Peabody's making their way down the field, but that slippery ball tries to end their momentum. But they fall back on it, and the officiate on that call, or rather the whole game, had head coach Cahey worked up. But it worked out in Peabody's favor. Drops back, throws a deep ball, and it would be a touchdown for Peabody. And the field goal attempt would be blocked, making the score 14-6 in Wasman's favor. Wasman up next to respond. Terrence Long hands it off to Michael Henderson. He gets to the outside with a large gain before being brought down, and that was exactly what Wasman needed. They would run the same play, but this time Henderson will go up the gut for the gimme Wildcat touchdown. In the fourth quarter, Wasman led 20-6 and will get a final touchdown, 26-6, winning over Peabody.
Let's head over to Bastrop Northwestern, taking on Bastrop Northwestern with the ball first. Quarterback makes a long pass, but that is intercepted by Bastrop Elliott Mason Jr. at the goal line. First down for the Rams, setting up shop in the red zone. Bastrop on the 20-yard line. QB Dylan Downs makes a long pass. That is picked out of the air by Dante Owens for the turnover for Northwestern. Defense standing tall early. Then after a punt from Northwestern, Bastrop, Dylan Dorsey making a little run for it. 6 yards, get the first down. But, you know, not Dylan Downs. Dylan Downs on this one, rather, makes a long pass looking for it. One of his favorite targets downfield, Trey Mason, but falls incomplete. Big stop by Northwestern. Not too many times you see that happen when you go to Trey Mason. But Dylan Downs, again, trying for the end zone on the, on the next drive here, going to throw that one all the way to the back end zone, looking for him one more time. But Northwestern picks that one off easily once again. But the Bastrop Rams would come out with a squeaking win, 8-6 over Northwestern.
A tight game that was. Tell you what, those games right there, some big ones. We got some more big games, including those Carroll Bulldogs and those Richwood Rams, two teams that know each other all too well. We got those highlights and much, much more coming up when we return.
Football Friday Night Extra, sponsored by Johnny's Pizza House, Williams Orthodontics, Guerrero and Guerrero the Injury Attorneys, Mer Rouge Tire, North Monroe Baptist Church, Bayou Kubota, and Pinnacle Family Health.
All right, so let's get right into the second half of highlights here. Bakari Geis and the Richwood Rams looking for their first win of the season in the last game of the season against the Carroll Bulldogs. Jordan Perkins with the fake handoff, and Perkins would quarterback keep the ball for a large gain before being brought down by defenders. It was all about running. Jalen Kane would bulldoze his way through a sea of defenders. In the red zone, Perkins would stick with what he knows best, running it up the gut. He would get pummeled. Even the camera felt that, but would still get on the board first for the Rams. 2-point conversion attempt. Cameron Williams would fumble the ball, get the ball, would run for his life. But eventually he would find the end zone.
It worked.
Now it's time for the Bulldogs to respond. Richwood attempts to punt it away, but the punt is blocked and caught by Carroll's Hayden Jones, putting the Bulldogs in prime field position for a touchdown. QB Jordan Briscoe on this next play would do a quarterback keeper and would run into the end zone seemingly untouched for a Bulldog touchdown. And it's only right they respond with a 2-point conversion as well. If it ain't broke, Briscoe will keep the ball again and do a little stutter step before walking into the end zone. And Richwood and Carroll will be tied 8-8, but Carroll would take the win 26-16 over the winless Richwood squad.
All right, Carroll, stand up. All right, moving on to one of the more surprising teams in this area. Lincoln Prep Panthers facing the Arcadia Hornets. And then they would go downfield to Scenario Wilson, gets into the end zone, big-time playmaker over there at Wilson. And then, hey, just go back to him, to the other side, throw it over to Wilson one more time. He's going to fight his way into that end zone, stretching that Lincoln Prep lead. Let everyone know I'm a big dog out here. Lincoln Prep rolling. Then Arcadia would be not going away either. They're going to throw that to the back pylon, and then he's going to catch that touchdown. But then Lincoln Prep, Jatavian Wright just going to trot in, untouched. Say, yeah, about time, get off my field. 40-8. Lincoln Prep takes this one.
All right, checking out Haynesville. David Franklin and the Golden Tornado need a win tonight to clinch the district on the road at Glenbrook. Scoreless in the first quarter. Zakir is fielding on the carry around the right into the outside. He takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Golden Tornado striking first, 7-zip. Glenbrook can't answer, so here comes Haynesville again. Isaiah Washington, the quarterback keeper, gets the first down that sets up this next play. And then Washington with a short pass to Jamarius Williams up the sidelines and into the end zone. And as you can see here, he's just going to tightrope those sidelines and then get into the touchdown. They snag a 14-0 lead, and the Golden Tornado leads Glenbrook in the dust, winning big, 51-6.
So lots of great games. How about those Lincoln Prep Panthers, though? Really playing some good football right now. I'll tell you what, that was all from Louisiana for Week 10, but we had some games. Week 10 started off yesterday. We had some big-time showdowns and some very exciting games. We're going to take a look back at Thursday night's game when Football Friday Night Extra returns.
Football Friday Night Extra, sponsored by Johnny's Pizza House, Williams Orthodontics, Guerrero and Guerrero the Injury Attorneys, Mer Rouge Tire, North Monroe Baptist Church, Bayou Kubota, and Pinnacle Family Health.
for one of the big games to kick off week number 10 here in Northeast Louisiana. Ouachita Christian, Oak Grove for the district title. Two monsters going at it. Oak Grove, only that one loss to start the season. They're looking to prove just how good they are. Early on, it was Jay Freeman setting the tone right here, brought down their midfield after a big-time run. Then it's Jackson Bradley connecting with who I believe is his favorite target, Brody Stewart. Check out the catch and breaks the tackle and walks his way into the end zone. Oak Grove out to a 7-0 lead in this one. Eagles looking to respond right here. They hand it off to Mr. Macon Leonard up the middle. He's met in the hole by Devin Franklin. Big hit right there. Now third down, Luke Vidrine looking to make something happen. That Tiger defense going to get to him, apply some pressure. Colin McIntosh knocks the ball loose. The Eagles recover it, and they're forced to punt. Trying to get a field goal out of that, but now they're forced to punt the ball away. The Eagles defense now, Landon Waller gets to the quarterback for a big-time sack right here. Big momentum swing for the Eagles, or so we thought. Oak Grove back on the attack again. Jackson Bradley going to Owen Layton. He's going to cross right in, or come right into your television screen right here. Beautiful catch from him. That sets up Joe Thomas Layton for the touchdown plunge from about a yard out right here. Oak Grove out to a 13-0 lead. OCS find a little rhythm right here. Luke Vidrine dropping back here in just a second. You're going to see Luke Vidrine find Patrick Turpin. Check out the difficult grab from him right here. Yeah, beautiful catch, just big man in it right there. Said, hey, that's my ball. I'm taking it away from you. And that sets up Vidrine to Drew Turner, who's going to cross right in front of your screen. Makes it a 13-7 ball game. But I tell you what, Oak Grove dominant in this game as they get the win by a final count of 44-14. All right, St. Frederick hosting Delta Charter, looking for their first district title since 1996. Chip Bilderback, all smiles, heading into the second half. Check out the defense, though. Nathan Bourgois with the TFL right here for the Warriors. And there's William Patrick going to get free and just bust through into that backfield and gets the big TFL right there. The Storm run with the jet sweep here, and you're going to see this young man respectfully run out of bounds. And I'll tell you what, I don't blame. If I saw JoJo Taylor run at me, I'd do the same thing. Not even going to lie about it. He runs out of bounds, and that sets up that Warriors offense. It's Jarvis Walker on the quarterback keeper. Hello and then goodbye. 78 yards to the house. This was kind of the story for St. Fred and Delta Charter all night long. The Warriors get a big 43-0 win to claim that district title.
All right, moving on to one of the better rivalries in all of the Neely, definitely the most physical one. The Sturgeon Panthers visiting the Union Farmers. We start with the champs sending off to the Panthers. They made the mistake of mishandling that football to the Farmers right there to pounce on it. Farmers on offense with a trick play, but it still was Braxton Patterson, still the one that flings it downfield to Chase Meekin. Watch it fall into his breadbasket for the easy 6 on the board. Panthers trying to get that run game going. Ball pops out once more and Tractor Taylor, Tyrion Taylor, right there for the recovery. Patterson went right to work up the gut plows into pay dirt for another 6 on the board. Farmers continuing to roll. Patterson to a wide open Chase Meekin. Once again, the end zone. Farmers up 21-0. J-Rob Breen this time trying to keep it going. Trying to pitch that to the tailback, and it ends up on the ground. Ty Wilson, the leader of the Wolfpack, decides to pick it up, picked up the phone and said, I'm making a house call, taking this one all the way back for the scoop and score. Farmers crushing the Panthers 28-0. Panthers trying not to go away easily. J-Rob Breen flips it to David Hickman, slipped a few tackles. He is out of there, off to the races. Save your engine for the second half, but hey, they didn't save it because Union would take this one 31-23.
And when we return to Football Friday Night Extra, we catch you up on some South Arkansas action that's coming up after the break.
Football Friday Night Extra, sponsored by Johnny's Pizza House, Williams Orthodontics, Guerrero and Guerrero the Injury Attorneys, Mer Rouge Tire, North Monroe Baptist Church, Bayou Kubota, and Pinnacle Family Health.
All right, the El Dorado Wildcats hosting Sheridan for the regular season finale. Wildcats get the ball first. QB Cannon Jacobs find A.J. Gilmore down the field before getting sacked on the play. Wildcats pass downfield to Paxton Strong. Big time touchdown. And you know what? El Dorado would take this one big in this one.
All right, let's take a look over now at Parker's Chapel in Harmony Grove. There we go. Ayana, take it away.
Yeah, and it was for senior night. Trojans get the ball first. Hunter Cheatman to receive and makes his way up the field where he would break out of a tackle and then get pulled down for a gain of about 10 yards on the return. As you can see, he's just eluding defenders right here, and then he will be brought down. And then the quarterback, Dyson Dugan, will passes down the field to Ethan Mayweather, and he takes it to the 20-yard line before a couple of corners get him. Quarterback gets rushed, passed down the field to find Timothy Rustin. However, it's broken up. The Trojans would try to fight for the first down, but will turn it over on downs to the Hornets. The Hornets will go on to end Parker's Chapel season and win 56-6.
And I can tell you, El Dorado, a 84-49 winner over Sheridan. Man, lots of points scored in that football game. Hey, coming up, we wrap things up one last time on Football Friday Night Extra from Week 10. Stick with us.
Football Friday Night Extra, sponsored by Johnny's Pizza House, Williams Orthodontics, Guerrero and Guerrero the Injury Attorneys, Mer Rouge Tire, North Monroe Baptist Church, Bayou Kubota, and Pinnacle Family Health.
I want to start by saying I see some blue and orange in the screen. We will get to that in just a bit. But I tell you what, that's it for us for Football Friday Night Extra, our last Football Friday Night Extra of the year, postseason starting up. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun, hasn't it?
It absolutely has, a lot of great teams out there. We get in the playoff time. It's absolutely phenomenal, getting to this part of the year where you start to realize what teams are going to make it that far.
We've seen some teams that started off slow this year and they gradually got better and better over time. We saw some teams that started off hot and kind of got slow. At the end of the day, next week's when things really get serious, playoffs, it's win or go home. You have no room for error in this part of the year. But I'll tell you what, we got some teams. Neville's still that one seed, even with the loss tonight, still that one seed. Ruston going to be in the driver's seat to do some great things. I think we're going to see Sterlington as well. Even with the loss to Union, I think we're going to see Sterlington make a run. Coach Doty's going to have those guys ready. Tell trying to think, there's a lot of teams I think that still have some chances to do some great things.
Absolutely, talking about this Sturgeon Dave Union, kind of, we saw that 0-3 start that they had at the beginning of the year, and then people kind of jumped off the bandwagon, but shit, got to keep it quiet now. Union has won 6 of their last 7 games. They run through the rest of their schedule. It got out of hand in the first couple weeks, but then you realize, they're playing bigger team, they're playing upscale. You're using those as talent for when you really need it at the end of the year, and you're playing your best ball now, winning 6 of the last 7 games. They've gone through their regular season, flawlessly toward the end of it. They've really, I think they're really going to make some noise in that 3A division.
I want to talk with you about Carroll. You were there tonight. It's been really impressive to see what Marvin Williams has done in his first year. Everything that team's gone through as far as coaching changes and over the last 5 years, 5 of the last 4 years. And they come out with a big win in the regular season. Just the energy from that team. Just how different was that? How cool was it to see this team so energetic, so happy, and finding so much success?
Well, as they say, straight out of Carroll. And Marvin Williams is great for this team, and they're going to do some big things. I think they'll most definitely make a run for it in the playoffs. I'm not sure if they'll, go as far as they would like, but this is like a building season for them. And if they continue to build on this season, then they'll make sure to, go farther in the playoffs when the years come, for sure.
It's great to see this team build that confidence and have that confidence going the next year. For those seniors, the seniors who stuck it out, bravo to all of you, because it's difficult to go through all that in your senior year, have another new coach and find the passion to come out there and play hard, and they did it, and they found success. They worked for it. All right, I want to talk some college football now, and that explains this. I don't know what we call this, blue and orange.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm getting a head start on the ULM. I'm sorry, I love y'all, but hey, next week it's going down. It's going down.
Tell you what, ULM looking to get their 6th win, become bowl eligible tomorrow before they get to Auburn, playing Texas State. But it's not easy for them. They're kind of in a hole right now. Dropping the last 2 games. Got Texas State, got Auburn. Still have ULL at the end of the season. I know I'm missing a game in here, but tough for them. It's not going to be easy for them. But we want to look. Don't want to look too far ahead. We want to look to next week. We saw them play Texas. Texas, obviously number 1 in the nation, and that's a tough game. They're going to Auburn, and Auburn's a team that's struggling. This is a chance. I know they're looking at a chance to send a message to the rest of Sun Belt West and say, hey, we're still a really good football team, especially back at home. They can get some momentum. I'm sorry, Jeremy. ULM, they got to get the money.
Don't listen. We don't listen to haters now. We get the job done when we need to. Don't listen to him.
I think if ULM does good in their matchup against Texas State tomorrow, then that will give them the momentum to possibly beat Auburn in the next few weeks.
I'm just surprised right now you two are able to coexist next to each other.
Oh, you know why? Tomorrow. We had in the LSU.
Yeah.
Down with Alabama in Death Valley.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have a good time. I don't know.
We might have a good time.
We're gonna have a good time.
About that. So, Jeremy, you've been down there for a day game. Ayana, I don't know.
No, I haven't.
You've never been down there?
I'm excited.
I've never been down there.
Yeah.
It's a night game. We get the opportunity to see LSU night game, Alabama, LSU, one of the biggest games of college football, rivalry-wise. Let me get words right. It's what is it? Almost midnight. Yeah, that's when it's time for us to go to bed.
Yeah.
But big game. It's gonna be a really fun atmosphere. Good football game, and with the implications of loser this game's more than likely not making the college football playoffs. But just talk about what you are excited about, atmosphere, game. What are you looking forward to?
Like I said, I've been there for a day game. Last year when they played Grambling, and it was loud. Last year it was like me standing next to a person that was this far apart, and I couldn't hear them. So it gets loud, and I'm excited about what it can be for a night game. But it's gonna be an elimination game, and hey, Alabama's gonna be at home with us.
And to my knowledge, Brian Kelly and the LSU Tigers are 13-0 at home during night games. So this is gonna be a tough game for Alabama on the road for sure. And it's Death Valley. It's a tough game for everybody. But I'm excited to see my team roll tide. I haven't seen them in a minute, and last time I saw them, Nick Saban was the head coach. So it's gonna be interesting for sure.
Well, I got to tell you, for everybody at home, if you happen to see someone wearing a black polo and KTVE, KARD stuff running across the field away from a big tiger, it might be me. I heard Tiger's going to be out there, but tell you what, going to be a lot of fun. We'll be there. For Ayana Bronner, Jeremy Bryant, I'm Zach Richardson. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.